welcome to my channel. Namuda do call avoid the but I guess soon to one want to talk about now. I don't know.
Continue.
How can you say want to enjoyment life? Eh? You don't know how to enjoyment life. Your own to carry ania that was sleep putting ania. Is that the way to enjoyment life? No, is that the only way to enjoyment life? Okay, why they take this matter? Some upon I want stay on I want deal with Yania, so I want get Yania, I want sleep with Yania. You know, go if you say make you sleep with one Yania, my body de okay. Your own now 5, 6, 7, so on is even save. They go want to sleep with 10 Yania. See, every to why they do, you get results. You get a question. Why they talk them matter now? This cooler owner, where this thing I've been to. This man carry 2 gays. One go sleep with them for a you know that they do now. One sleep, one live life. Now he carry those 2 gays. He can't say okay, he want to do something unusual. Oh my God. He said don't want to do the normal something. You don't understand. He said he make the tie and leg, make the tie and hand, then he go sleep with it. Make the 2 gays then sleep with them. Now what you avoid the call and say the call and cherison. They say na cherison. Now this thing where they do before we know it. The thing now they tie the man leg, tie and hand. Before we know the man the one snatch and picture, not get snatch picture. Then they put in fact I can't explain this something. It's a very side something. These 2 quarter step polygates, they go sleep with this color owner and the man can die. Here with the 2 guests that they talk. The one narrate I the thing take Alpine. But watch and finish. Just subscribe. Like the video. They put your comments. Make it talk. What do you think about the matter? Thank you very much.
I tried to ask him for anything. There was even a time I asked him to help me when I had rent issues. He just ghosted me, and then later, after a while that he knew that everything was already calm and I didn't need the help anymore, he came back and started texting me again. So it happened that like 2 weeks I stayed in my friend's hostel for like 2 weeks because we were having exams. So during that time he still used to text me, so like he even called me one day like that and he said he wanted to see me. So I talked about the man with my friend and I told her that I don't want to have like any sexual relations with him at all. But at that time I was also in need of some money for some personal stuff that I wanted to sort. So that was where the idea of like stealing cash from him, like maybe from his car, because mostly people used to like have cash inside their car in the middle place of their car. So the idea was that like if he agrees to do BDSM with us, like to like BDSM is like the kind of sex where you tie the person's hands and legs. So while his hands and legs are tied, we can like take cash or whatever valuable we can find and live with it. But it turned out that day, even when we went to see him that day, when he asked us to come, we even talked to him about needing jobs, but he told us that he did not have any job available at the time, but with time that he'll be able to find something for us. And he also liked my friend that day. He was even like he was telling my friend that he likes her and he wants to sleep with her and everything. Basically that day he was like he was proposing that he wanted to like have sex with the both of us. So we now proposed the car sex to him and he agreed, and the BDSM too, he agreed. He was telling us already from the garden about how he was going to deal with us and everything when we get inside. Although we were not bothered because we knew we were not planning to have sex with him and we just wanted to like take his cash and leave. So he now told us that he started raining. So instead of us going to the car, he now told us to go across to a building that was across the garden when we went to meet him. So when we went inside, we were waiting at the reception, and then he just came and he started going inside, following him. Then it turned out that it was a room, like we didn't know that the guest house that was there, maybe he works there or he owns it. So when we went inside the room, with him. My friend went inside, she excused herself and went inside the toilet, and I joined her inside the toilet. So while we were inside the toilet, I explained to my friend that his car sex that we wanted to do, this one that he has brought us into the room, what are we now going to do now about it? So she was like, I should be calm. We went back inside with the man, and because he already had eyes and attention for my friend before, he started touching her. Immediately we came out, and he carried her and placed her on the table. He removed his shirt, like he got naked and he got on the bed. Then I got on the bed with him. He allowed my friend tie his hand and tie his leg. He was even the one that raised up his leg for her to tie him. So after she tied his hand and his leg, based on the fact that we were in a room and not in a car, because normally we thought that if we want to have car sex with somebody, it cannot be in a public place that people can easily see or hear. But because it was in a room, so we were already thinking about what we were going to do, like in case like maybe he start shouting or something. So apart from the two ropes that we used to tie his hand and his leg, there was one other tiny clothes, like all these clothes rope that they used to tie on gown that was tiny. So after my friend tied his leg and his hand, and she placed the rope in his neck, so I had this small cloth I used to tie on my head, like small handkerchief I used to tie on my head like a scarf. So like after, because my friend already tied his leg and his hand, so my own turn was to like try to put the handkerchief in his mouth, so that that small rope I can use it to like close it, so that in case if he wants to shout, he won't be able to shout. But because I panicked and I freaked out, when I put the clothes in his mouth, he removed it and he told me that he did not want it. Then me too, I now took the clothes and I put it in my mouth, and I told him that it's because we don't want him to moan too loud, that's why. But he refused. So during after that time that I refused to put the clothes in his mouth, I just like left him, because I also panicked. That was why I could not tie the clothes in his mouth. So during the course of me being on the bed and just caressing him and everything, my friend went to the bag. We already had this thing before. We already had retinol in our bag that we were supposed to like give to him, so that he will sleep like after, so in case, so that we'll be able to leave. So my friend poured it in her hand, and when she tried to pour it into his mouth, he turned his face away and it didn't enter his mouth. He said he didn't need it to lighten